welcome to the Stage Doors production of The
Drowsy Chaperone.
I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? Do you know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for a show to begin? I pray. Oh God, let it be a good show. And let it be short, dear Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine, 3 hours is too much. Oh, and keep the actors out of the audience, God. And they pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a good story and a few good tunes to take me away. I just want to be entertained. Isn't that the point? Amen. You know, it used to be, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and thought to themselves, what if George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter pull it off again? Can you imagine? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue with this charade? Used to be sitting there in the dark, you knew that when the lights came up, you'd be taken to another world. A world of music and glamour and color, and you thought to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up those lights? Oh, how times have changed. Hello. How are we this evening? Woo! Well, yeehaw. I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason. Sad that I should be anxious at this age. You know, a little self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness. A state that I call blue. Anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was about to put on the soundtrack recording from Meredith Willson's The Music Man. A craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I said no, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, where the champagne flowed, while the caviar chilled, and all the world was a party. Well, for the wealthy, anyway. And I dug about, and what did I find but one of my favorite shows, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Woo! Remember? Somebody does. Yeah. Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It's the 2-record set remastered from the original recording made in 1928. This is the full show, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? Yeah. And this was a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe that? Well, let me read you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding.
Yes.
Of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning now. But back then, it just meant fun. And that's just what this show is. Fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play the record for you now? I was hoping you'd say yes. Hear that static? I love that sound. To me, it's the sound of a time machine taking off. Now, let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, you've just arrived at the doors of the Roscoe Theater in New York. It's November 1920, it's very cold. Do you remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. Now November's the new August. It's global warming, we're all doomed. Anyway, it's very cold and a heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky, but you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. Isn't it wonderful? Helps you close your eyes. overtures. Overtures are out of style now, and I missed them. The show's very welcoming here. Hello, welcome. The show will begin shortly, but in the meantime, would you care for an appetizer? That's just what an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Oh, listen to that, something different. Some kind of rollicking. Maybe a dance number. Perhaps involving pirates. Oh, don't worry, there are no pirates. Okay, now here it comes. The moment the music swells and you know you're just moments away from being transported. The curtain's going up. Can't wait.
Underling.
Yes, madam.
How do I look?
You look radiant, Mrs. Martindale.
Oh, I love this dress so. It just never goes out of style.
It's a miracle, madam.
My dress, my fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Would someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, yes. Your dress, your fancy dress, was such a pleasure airing it, restitching and repairing it. God bless your dress, it's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, man and girls are toasters and it's happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will ding, and ring the ringers on. Your fancy dress, we're very, very glad you put it on. Ah, wedding guests have come, wedding guests are here, wedding guests are at the door and soon they will appear.
I'm Robert, the bridegroom. I'm here to marry Janet. The star of Belgic falling to my love a lot. I'm George, that's George, the best man, George. I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought. Ah, Miss Tottendale, I have this wedding all planned out. The key is organization, see? Each string represents a task yet to be completed. Pay the musicians and yell at the floors, book the minister. This whole wedding will run like clockwork.
Is there going to be a wedding?
I'm Felton, producer. I've lost my leading lady. I've got to stop this wedding or I'm not worth squat.
And Kitty, I trained with Mr. Drowsy. I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot.
We're pastry chefs. We're pastry chefs. We cross our arms. We're pastry chefs. No bakery. A bakery is what we got. I'm done for. I'm done for. My name is Keith. I'm done for. I ain't the king of romance, so I kiss alone. You are the king of romance, so you kiss alone. Wedding bells will ring. Wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Someone hasn't come. Someone isn't here. Where is Janet Vandergraaf and when will she appear? It's Janet, it's Janet, it's Janet Vandergraaf.
I'm Janet, Janet Vandergraaf, here to marry Robert Martin. Giving up a life of glamour to tie the knot.
How am I late? I'm a chaperone of Janet Vandergraaf. Made of honor, friend, and confidence, and all that rot. Where's the bar?
A wedding to wait.
It's prohibition, madam.
A wedding, how gay.
Good thing I brought my own.
A wedding today.
Champagne makes me deliciously
It's really happening.
bridegroom, a Herod producer, a jovial gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a flaky goree, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix. What we now call a lesbian. And of course, my favorite character, the Drowsy Chaperone. What more do you need for an evening's entertainment? I'll lead you through the record as best I can. Oh, don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. So, we begin with a welcome from a love-struck groom.
Well, I just want to thank you all for coming. I tell you, I must be some lucky fellow. Why, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl would be willing to give up a successful career to marry me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say raise a glass.
Hear, hear.
To Miss Janet Vandegraff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not!
Excuse me.
The groom mustn't see the bride on the day of the wedding. That's bad luck.
I hope you heard that. There's the plot, basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian room.
Say, it's a little early in the day to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Just keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. It's like your only job.
Oh, aye, mon capitan.
Oh, Robert, who's my little donkey?
I am. I'm your little donkey. Hee-haw!
The bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, involving the producer.
Mr. Pouncey!
Getting married and leaving show business.
Mr. Pouncey!
Doesn't she know I have obligations?
Mr. Pouncey! I can be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been practicing. Sing it? Acting! Ballet!
Ballet?
Yeah! And I'm pretty good at it. Last week, I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation here. Feltic and Kitty were a couple in real life, Jack and Sadie Adler. And this is a familiar comic construct, a stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid, but then does something in the end that makes everybody wonder if it was all just an act. The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career on the stage. Well, at that time, the theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this right now.
A petite four, Mr. Feltzig?
Not now.
Perhaps a nice profiterole.
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we should give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
And primarily.
employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual?
Certain individual who is the largest single investor in Feltzig's Follies. He has sent us here
As pastry chefs.
to express his concern over Miss Vandegraff's impending nuptials.
Specifically.
That if she gets married and leaves the show,
Then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
No, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I got a cousin in Seattle.
You have my word.
We'll take your word, all right. But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, I hope we have made ourselves perfectly clear.
I can only hope.
You just gotta be kidding me!
Trifle much?
Don't talk with me, all right?
You can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache.
We're on the lamb.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon. Boodoosh.
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall brothers, John and Peter Tall. Well, they were born Abram and Mendel Miloskowitz, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were an early example of the typical Broadway gangster, you know, full of wordplay and stylized movement. Not very intimidating. Unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do. But for reasons that are not appropriate to this situation.
We'll leave this matter in your hands, Mr. Phelpsy. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for.
Oh, yes, Mr. Felton. Gangsters.
Very observant, Kitty. Now go powder your face. I gotta stop this wedding, but how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how? How?
You know, I just felt that moment was a little overplayed. Scene well on its way, the story well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He started out as the Albright toothpaste man. His fabulous smile adorned every tube. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. This is true. If you looked, it was the 5th ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now don't you worry. It is perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is, of course.
I love Percy Hyman. Now, there are some people who would say that he was a bad actor. To those people, I say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Shaking and a-quaking, trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something may be bothering you. You know what you got? Cold feet, cold feet. Brother, you've got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm of young beats. Old feet can be uncontrolled feet. It'll make them cold feet trot down the aisle, cross the arches. They can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches, play the ragtime swing. Make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, small feet, turn them into bold feet. It'll make them cold feet hot.
Well, you don't say. Well, why don't you slide back to your mud hole, you backstabbing whore? Looks like I gotta find a new minister.
What are you doing? I'm singing a song an old Negro taught me. The Dixie Remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you've got the jitters? You've got the easy part. I've still gotta find the rice boutonnieres and a minister. I have the whole weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
Oh, George, no. It sounds like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Bold feet.
What do I do? Skull feet?
No! You make the cold feet hot. George, look at you. You're dancing.
I am.
wow. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's like a tornado in here. Ooh. Can't see.
Your tap water, gentlemen.
I gotta take a second here. Yep, that's tap water. Whew. He was better than we are.
Years of practice.
I think there's something wrong with my tap shoes.
Every time you get the jitters.
A little bit.
Five, six, seven, eight.
Percy Hyman was such a wonderful performer. You know, I like to think of him all sweaty and panting after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw him recently celebrating his 100th birthday on the news. Say that the years have taken their toll would be a grotesque understatement. And they wheeled him out, and he had that wide-eyed look of pain confusion that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. You know the one I mean. The one that says, "Who are you? And who am I? And why is this cake on fire?" You know what I'm talking about? Anyway.
All right, enough of that! Dancing around like a fool.
I'm sorry, George. I was just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day, after all.
Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing is dangerous. Ooh, hey, why don't you go out for a skate instead? That's what I do when I need to blow off some steam.
Oh, George, what would I do without you?
Wait, no, you can't go like that, no. You might see Janet. Oh, here, take this blindfold.
Oh. George, you think of everything.
Oh, I'm just looking out for you, buddy.
Thank you. All right, that way, okay.
That way.
Where am I going?
Just straight.
Okay. Oh!
And no more tap dancing. dancing. Wedding bells will ring. Wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate.
Just ignore it. It does this sometimes. Rings. What do you want?
Hello, you've reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone and I'll call you back at my convenience.
Well, that's it. The moment's ruined. Thank you. Thank you, life. Ugh. Like a cell phone going off in a theater. God, I hate that. Hello, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just sitting here at the theater ruining the moment. How about you? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd call in to ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry. Let's just shake that off, shall we? Let's go back into our minds into 1928. You know, they didn't have cell phones in 1928. Sure, they had something for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something.
A happy wedding time.
So the scene shifts and find the bride, the glamorous Janet Vandergraaf, answering questions from reporters while she lounges by the pool.
Miss Vandergraaf, is it true you're giving up a successful career to marry a man you hardly know?
Yes. Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. And then we spooned, briefly. And then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
You shan't.
I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Yes, of course. One more question. Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I have a question. How can you give up the footlights when you know very well you've got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Janet, I'm begging you, dump the mug, stay with the Follies. I'll give you anything you want. I'll even put your name above mine on the marquee.
Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss miss no more. Roll my fingertips no more. I don't want to show off.
Janet,
Don't
please.
try to control me. I've made up my mind. And that's it. I quit. I don't want to show off. Please, no more attention. I'm counting to 10. And I'm through. Farewell. Adieu. You'll never see this. You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see this. Never see me again. I don't want to change. Kiss no more. I don't want to sing cheese no more. I don't want to sing cheese no more. I don't care if you scoff. I don't want to be cheered no more. Praised no more. Grabbed no more. Touched no more. Loved no more. I don't want to show off. No, I don't want to show off. I don't want to show. No more.
Did I miss something?
Well, Mr. Goldstein, it is painfully obvious Miss Vandergraff has no desire to continue her life on the stage.
Yeah, can't you see it's killing her soul?
Don't worry, boys. This isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
I don't want to encore no more. People shout for more and more. Make the audience roar no more. I don't want to show.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? Woo, surely you remember the Oops girl. Don't you people read? She was billed as the girl whose sexual energy was so great that it caused the men around her to have accidents. Spill their drinks and drive their cars into trees, things like that. And she would go, oops. Oops. Well, you know, I'm not really doing it justice, but people ate it up. They did a whole series of films. Oops, the Oops Girl Comes Home, and the Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Well, begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I need an accomplice. Someone gullible, with loose morals. What I need is a, what do you call him? A European. La 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 la.
In comes Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Aldolfo is played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic, Roman Martelli. He's the one who later drank himself to death in Nice, his chateau, remember? It was 5 days before they found the body, and by then it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Oh, well, it was only partially consumed.
Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
James, I am Aldolfo.
Why, just now I overheard the groom saying that Adolfo is a scoundrel.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
Those very words.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This groom, he is saying this to these peoples, to the beautiful ladies with the breasts for making love. No! I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
No, don't kill him.
No?
Just hurt him enough so he can't get married.
Very well, show me to this groom.
Right.
Wait.
What?
Oh, tell me about this groom. Is he a big fellow?
Well,
And is he a burly man?
he's big on the outside.
No. Adolfo no fight a big man. The small, pale, wheezy little dwarf Adolfo just shoot, go away. But no, a big man, no. Adolfo no fight a big man.
So you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes. Adolfo is a lover of many beautiful ladies. Some say that I'm the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get back at a man is through his
door.
No.
No?
Get back at a man through his
Window! It's right there.
Oh, revenge! Back at a man through his
What? There's no other way. I'm not Santa Claus coming down the chimney.
through his woman!
He's a woman.
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman.
Woman.
His bride.
Adolfo will seduce his bride. And that will show people that Adolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride.
Right.
Wait.
What?
Hey, tell me about this bride. Is she a big woman?
No.
Is she a burly woman?
She's the cat's pajamas.
Pajamas?
A looker, a beautiful woman.
Oh, very well. Then show me to this cat in the pajamas, and I will make her. Oh, it's so nice to have you here, Adolfo. But like the cat in the pajamas.
Oh, okay.
Please, here.
Okay.
Roman Martelli chewing the scenery. You'd never get away with a performance like that nowadays, would you? Mature contemporary audiences are far too sophisticated for broad racial stereotypes on stage. So we take them, banish them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Yes, madam.
Now, the pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide all the liquor for the party. But remember, underling, we must be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition, after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to think of some code words. Yes, some code words. For instance, if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Yes, now, are you sure? Because maybe you should write it down.
No, I understand a glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
And what is a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice?
Vodka.
Well, that settles that then. One less thing to do. Oh, underling, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chef to be rather trying, and I could so enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Your iced water, madam.
This is pure vodka, you poop!
I hate this scene.
Now I do need a glass of ice water.
Iced water, madam.
Yes, ice water. Are you going deaf?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is headed, can't you? It's just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka.
You know, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone is quite progressive. A woman of color playing the aviatrix, for example.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka.
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale even in 1928. You know what? I'm just going to skip ahead.
That was. Now where do you think you're going?
To find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice, for heaven's sakes, why?
I'm going to wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now you're probably asking yourself, what's that routine be doing in this show? The answer's simple. There's a song coming up and they needed something to allow for the set change. It's just mechanics. It's like pornography. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic. How do I pay for this pizza in the classic example? My point is that, as with a musical, the story only exists to connect the longer, more engaging production numbers. What? Well, honestly, what kind of a world do we live in where we can't discuss the similarities between musical theater and pornography?
In just a few short hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now, this is a very interesting scene. It's the only time that Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are on stage alone together. Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
Oh, I am so full of apprehension. Oh, but I suppose that's normal under the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No, I drink out of pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Have you ever been married, underling?
Oh, heavens, no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
You too. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know. But somehow, and for some reason, when I look into his eyes, those big donkey eyes, oh gee, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now. I'm certainly not in love.
Beatrice Stockwell was known for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by then, she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much rouse as stupefy. Still, she demanded a rousing anthem in every show she ever did, even when it wasn't appropriate. But you just could not say no to her. That's star power.
Really, Chaperone, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you just allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration. Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you just...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into
pertains to my situation.
Well, let me explain.
Oh no, that's okay. I suppose I was just looking for a sympathetic...
It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica? Oh, please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still, you mustn't let it lick you. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, across life's crowded dance floor, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar, and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and homeward turn. Then we stumble away, dance like sunbeams, barely know right from right or left from wrong. But as long as we can hear that little bluebird, there'll be a song as we stumble along, as we stumble, fumble, fumble, plumble, as we stumble. Thank you.
I mean, don't you just love her? She basically sings a rousing anthem to alcoholism. But you know, that's just what I love about her. She does whatever she wants, regardless of the needs and concerns of others. My mother was like that.
That was quite inspiring, Chaperone. But I'm still so conflicted. Oh, can't you just tell me? Should I marry Robert?
My dear, you are just going to have to decide that for yourself.
But I don't know if he loves me.
Well, why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
You're right. And I take that responsibility very, very seriously. But it just so happens that at this moment I'm feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'm going to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends.
Thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la.
Oh, look who it is. Aldolfo, come to seduce the bride.
I am Aldolfo.
Try not to think of the poodles while you're listening to this.
I am Aldolfo, and you must be the bride.
No.
What?
I am not.
But this is the bridal suite, and you are the only one in here, therefore you must be the bride. Hello.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you are a moron.
What?
Me, no bride. Perhaps I could take a message.
Very well. Dear Dandigraphic bride, I must make love to you and take you to the place of ecstasy. Sooner is better. Signed, Aldolfo, the king of romance.
Well, you've seen through my little ruse. You found me out.
Oh, so you are the bride.
Apparently, yes.
Ah.
Take me, Aldolfo.
Yes. No. Not Aldolfo, Aldolfo. You must say it right when we are making love and you are screaming it. Or else we'll ruin everything. How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name Aldolfo, a lady's man moving to claim Aldolfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Aldolfo. I introduce myself, I am Aldolfo.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast. Now, just in case you didn't hear Aldolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Aldolfo. The lovely ladies always cheer, Aldolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Aldolfo. I can sing it high, Aldolfo. I can sing it low, Aldolfo. I can sing it very fast, Aldolfo. I can sing it very slowly. I would do it now, but it would take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Now who's the fellow that you see?
Aldolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Aldolfo.
And who is it I'll always be?
Aldolfo.
I'll say proudly,
You are Aldolfo.
now let me spell it out for you. For all you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason, because maybe you are hard of hearing or something, I don't know. It goes. Secret fantasy, whisked off her feet by a Latin lover. I mean a real Latin lover.
not a buffoon. But you know, that's the thing about musical theater, right? Romantic fantasy, falling in love at the drop of a hat, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. La da 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 da. Don't worry, madam. I'm getting married today, so I have to wear a blindfold.
A blindfold?
I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to?
It's me. Me. Mimi from France.
This scene couldn't be more ridiculous.
So, I hear that you are marrying Janet Van de Graaff, no?
Oui.
I hear she is very beautiful.
Oh, oui.
And glamorous.
Oh, oui, oui.
And is it true that she excels in playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
The middle part, where they make toast.
Oh.
So, you were telling me about your, how you say in English,
Your fiance.
That's right.
So, when was the moment that you knew that she was the only one for you?
Well, it's actually a funny story. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France.
Yes.
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil
And
interests.
then what happened?
And then I looked into her eyes, her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt all woozy.
And then you fell.
Oh, and then you fell?
Yes, right on my keister. And I said, well, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
But we hadn't even left the dock.
That's what she said. And that's when I knew it must be love.
And then you said,
And then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged chair, the hand that's been cut by a shoe. When my two lovesick arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen. So how be I happen to you? Whoa! Oh, goodness!
And then what happened?
And then she joined in.
when men say I'm sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella, a branch hanging loose from a tree. I could see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously. You're an accident waiting to happen.
Hello? Marco? Marco?
Well, it appears that the blindfold and the fake French accent have caused terrible misunderstanding. What a mess. Will it all work out? Of course it will. It's not real, it's a musical. Everything always works out in the musical. In the real world, nothing works out, and the only people who burst into spontaneous song are the hopelessly deranged.
Mr. Felsen.
Where is that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Felsen.
How long can it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Felsen, you don't need Janet no more.
Kitty, not now.
But I've been working on my mind reading act. Presenting Kitty, the incomprehensible. Now, think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
Pick up some milk, a loaf of rye bread, and don't forget to shave your legs.
Kitty, you are reading your own mind, you idiot!
No wonder it was so easy. Don't forget to shave your legs.
Mr. Felsen!
It would appear that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule.
Now it's time you received your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Felsen?
Yeah, how about a Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice?
Toledo surprise. I've never heard of it.
No, you haven't. That's because those who have heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up nice and slow.
Then you got a
Toledo surprise!
Can you run that by me one more time?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felsen.
First you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo surprise! Say, why don't we give him a little taste?
All right.
Hold it! What style? What grace? What rhythm?
Hey.
Open your fist. Now shake 'em. Now give me that recipe one more time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Go!
Chop the nuts.
Front.
Pound the dough. Bake it up nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
Now sell it.
Hit the peach, the skin, push it up, throw it in. That's a tasty Toledo surprise. First you beat it up,
Now you're cooking.
sweet it up, then you heat it up. Aim it starts to rise. Don't let it hit the snap. Try it first with your whites, split your yolks. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
You boys are natural.
Really?
Keep it up. I'll go work on the contract.
Hey!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep it up, Kitty. Oh, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm developing a new act.
Toledo surprise!
You mean you're putting gangsters in the show when you won't put me in? They're not even in the union.
But Kitty, the act, it's for you. And these boys are your backup dancers.
What?
Huh?
They're the Kansas. Holy cow! Lots of mosquitoes, talking my mosquitoes. Good, oh yes indeed, I'll sugar me dum-dum.
Wait, not before he make announcement. The wedding is all.
For the love of God, why?
Adolfo has made love to the bride.
That's not the bride, you idiot. That's the chaperone.
The wedding is back on.
The wedding is on.
What?
Robert kissed a French girl. Her name was Mimi, and she was very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you, only French.
So you're telling
What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, boys, and show them how it's done. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up.
All right, Mr. Chelsea.
When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it. Toledo surprise.
Surprise!
Wait until it's ready.
Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise!
Wait until it's ready.
And now it's looking ready.
Surprise!
You got it.
Makes me twitch, makes me shake. This dessert takes the cake. Hits me like a torpedo. Toledo surprise!
Toledo surprise.
Robert, why are we dancing? Our dreams are in tatters.
Yes! Yes! But the tune is so infectious!
Robert, this is the worst day of my life.
Wedding bells won't ring, wedding bells won't chime. They will never celebrate a happy wedding
That's it. Curtain falls and it's time for the intermission. Well, at least it would be if we were sitting at the Moscow Theater watching the Drowsy Chaperone, which of course we're not. You know, I don't like intermissions. They ruin the magic, you know? They yank you back into reality. One moment you're surrounded in music and a world of glamour, and then suddenly, bam, surrounded by tourists, crinkling candy wrappers and nattering about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. Oh, it's a power bar. I have a bit of a blood sugar issue, and I have to eat small meals throughout the day or I get jittery. Look, I know it's rude, but you wouldn't like the alternative. Believe you me. Believe you me? You know, I remember my wedding day. I forgot to eat breakfast, and the ceremony was until 4:30 in the afternoon. I do. Are you surprised I was married? There you are. Just goes to show how you shouldn't be making assumptions about people, now should you? very complicated person. Act 2. Act 2. Drowsy Chaperone begins with this. A haunting lament from a very depressed bride. She sings it standing on her balcony, bathed in the pale blue light of a sympathetic moon. Which is ridiculous, because it's the middle of the day. Now, while you're listening to this, try and ignore the lyrics. I know it'll be difficult, but block them out. They are not the best. But the tune is beautiful and truly communicates the bride's state of mind. Just ignore the lyrics. Part. Right there on M Street. With some David Attenborough thrown in for fun and flavor. But you know, that's what I love about musicals. When the characters in crisis, they sing and they dance. Which is so much more interesting than just whining about it. But you know, that is the glory of musical theater. Oh, you see? This is what I'm talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds and something starts to ring.
What a beautiful day for a wedding.
Shall I have the pews removed now? Or would you prefer I wait until morning?
Now I'm going to stop things here. I don't want this number ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have two vaudeville performers who slipped through the cracks of time. There are Noah Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Lil. I don't know anything about them. I suppose Ukulele Lil plays the ukulele. She doesn't in this show. You know, I tried to find out more about them. I even went through all of my books. I even tried the internet. But all of my searches ended in Tiny Tim's autopsy photographs. Anyway, they're charming.
Why would you have the pews removed?
The bride has called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, underling, never listen to a bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion, underling.
Yes, madam.
You can be close to someone 1 minute, and the next minute you just want to strangle them. Do you know what I mean?
I'm familiar with the urge to strangle. Yes.
That's just the nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret. But here's a fact on which we can depend. Just like long ago, when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
But Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy, madam.
I never read the reviews. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a din, but love is always been a trusty friend. 'Twas a happy fate for Hank VIII and Anne Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
Might I remind you, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head.
Yes, she was in love. Love was good for Eve and Adam,
Here we go again.
and Samson and Delilah too.
Oh, good grief. May I pose a question, madam?
Yes, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do.
Love is always lovely in the end. Oh, I found that quite taxing, madam. Please excuse me while I make myself a glass of ice water.
Love sneaks up behind you, love drops from above. Love would never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
But your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean to give you a silly goop. Love is always lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love is always lovely in the end. Love is always lovely in the end.
That was charming. But you know, on some levels, that song really pisses me off. Now I'm going to say something here. And yes, I've been drinking. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that love is not always lovely in the end. Often in the end, there are lawyers. And another thing. Surely I can't be the only one who noticed the sexually awkward the awkwardly sexual connotation of that title. Oh, love is always lovely in the end? I mean, it's just me. I guess what I'm trying to say is that that number is naive, irresponsibly so. Sorry. Just thought that had to be said. For the benefit of the young people. I won't interrupt anymore. Oh, there's a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
Oh, there you are. Chaperone, I am in a terrible state.
Well, you certainly are. You can't go to a wedding looking like that.
You haven't heard. The wedding has been called off.
Oh, not your wedding, dear. Mine. Which reminds me, might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married? What to whom?
La 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 la. Oh, hello there, beautiful woman with that little expression.
You're marrying Adolfo?
I know it's surprising, dear, but when I look into his eyes, his big, clumsy eyes, I feel all drowsy inside. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear, that is love. Help me.
There you are! All right, I'm gonna put all my cards on the table here. I got a weak heart and I can't take the pressure any longer. If this keeps going, this whole ticker's gonna give out. So please, just tell me, is there going to be a wedding or not?
Yes!
Thank the good Lord!
The chaperone and Adolfo are getting married.
What?
Oh, there you are. I have wonderful news. There's going to be a wedding.
Yes, we know.
You know?
Yes, we just heard.
Well, who told you?
I did.
Well, how did you know?
What difference does that make?
Mrs. Tottendale and I are to be married in the garden at 7:30 this evening.
What?
What? Oh, yes, we are.
Congratulations to everyone.
Say, what kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everybody's getting married except for the bride and groom.
Oh, hi. There you are! Oh, Janet, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Please don't be that way. Can't you find it in your heart to marry me? Janet, it's our wedding day. George has gone through all this trouble. And, well, I do love you more than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
Yes. Yes. And I just can't understand it. I know this may sound ridiculous, but well, when I was kissing that French girl, it was just like kissing you.
Robert, you were kissing me.
You mean you're Mimi? Wow! That French accent was remarkably accurate.
Thank you. I developed it while playing Monique in What's That Baguette?
Oh.
There you are. Before you do anything, think of this. No matter how well you play the part of the happy wife, you will never, ever get a standing ovation.
Oh, no. I don't know. Oh, I'm so confused. Chaperone. Chaperone. Chaperone, please, just this once, give me some advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
Okay, now here it comes. The moment I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that's fascinated me more than any other and has brought me up to this record again and again. Here it comes.
Well, my advice to you is...
And now this is it, listen.
While you can.
You see? I can't quite make out what she says because someone drops a K. I'll play it again.
While you can.
Is she saying live while you can? or leave while you can.
While you can.
I mean, it's Beatrice Stockwell, so it could just be a cynical quip. But this is a wedding, and that's what you think when you're standing at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave, and you have to live. Well, because you do love her in some way. It's not an exact science. It's not as if an arrow comes from the sky and tells you who you're supposed to be with. So one day you say it. You say, I love you. You pose it as a question, and she accepts it as fact. And then suddenly there she is, standing in front of you in a $3,000 wedding dress with tears in her eyes. And her nephew made the chuppah, so what do? Do you say, I was just kidding, I was just joking? No. No, you choose to live. For a while, you stare at the alien form in bed next to you, and you think, who are you? Who are you? And then one day, you say it out loud. And then it's couples counseling. And a trial, separation. Every conversation becomes about her eating disorder and your Zoloft addiction. And you're constantly redefining and revisiting and reevaluating until you lose the deposit on the house and the entire relationship ends on a particularly ugly note with your only copy of Gypsy spinning through the air and crashing through the living room wall. But still, in the greater sense, in the larger sense, it's better to have lived than to have left, right?
While you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to them.
Oh, Chaperone, you have such a way with words. Robert, the answer is yes. I will marry you.
Wonderful, wonderful! Well, Mr. Feltzig. Looks like this wedding's a done deal.
Now you're in truffle.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
But there is. I found a replacement. A new leading lady. Presenting Kitty, the Incredible. Okay, Kitty, show the boys how you can read my mind. Mind.
Kitty, will you marry me?
Isn't she incredible?
Well, what are you waiting for? You ladies put on your frillies. We'll all get married in one big clump. That's how they do it in Utah.
George. George, I don't know how you managed to pull it off. 4 weddings in one day? Well, I guess you're everybody's best man now.
I am?
Yeah, of course you are.
I am!
Yeah. Hip, hip, hooray!
He's George, that's George, the best man, George.
I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought.
He's basking in the glory of a fight well fought. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding.
Minister, you may begin.
Anytime now.
I forgot the minister! Who the hell are you?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix of the sky. To Rio I was landing when my engine needed mending. I'll fix my navigatrix, and I'll fly and let you up the sky. But not so sorry to crash the party, folks, but I'll have this fixed in 2 shakes and then off to Rio for Carnival.
Wait! The captain of a ship can perform a marriage?
Yes! And the pilot is comparable to a captain.
Yes!
And an airplane is like a kind of a sheep. A sheep of the air. Some people call it an air sheep.
Oh, shit! Yes! Wait, Trix, I got it. You can marry them on the plane. I'll have the honeymoon in Rio!
A bride and groom in a chapel may bring a tear to the eye, but what a thrill when love is true. I do in the sky when vows are set in
When vows are set in the bed of
I do in the sky. Do you?
We do.
Do you? We do. Do you?
We do.
Do you?
We do. A bride and groom in a chapel may bring a tear to the eye.
With the rainbows bending before us and clouds meandering by, one key stream that sweet refrain.
I do in the sky. When vows are set in the bed of peace and happiness.
But heartbeats rush when sweethearts gush.
I do
In the sky. I do
in the sky. Look, up ahead, do you see it?
Could it be? Yes, it's real! Well, hurry up, Trix. We've got some honeymooning to do.
That sweet refrain. I do.
Oh no! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, this happens sometimes. Everybody remain calm. It's just a terrible old apartment with horrible wiring. Just try to keep the show alive in your minds. box, anybody? I'll try and find the fuse box. Everybody be quiet.
It's the super.
God.
Shalom. Yeah, your lights are out.
Yes?
Yes, we have to shut off the power because we are fixing a breaker in the basement.
Yes?
So when we shut off the power, all the breakers in the apartments flip.
Yes?
It's not what happens, it's normal.
Yes?
So I need to reset your breakers.
Now?
It'll only take a second.
All right.
Because I tried to call earlier. And, yeah, nobody answered.
Oh, yes. Well, I've been having a little trouble with the phone.
Oh, here we go. The hell was that?
Just a record.
What kind of music was that?
Just a show. You know, a musical.
You like musicals?
No.
I love musicals. My wife and I do all the time. It's amazing what they can do nowadays. Did you see Miss Saigon? They landed a helicopter on the stage in that one. Now, I see cats, ladies. Do you know what I did not see? The Sound of Music. Did you hear what I did there? Not see.
I see.
The sound of music.
Yes, well, goodbye. That's it. The moment's ruined. One note to the end of the show and the whole mood is just broken. I know. I'll just start it over from the beginning. I can't do that, can I? Oh, it is so frustrating. You have to understand. I love this show so much. And I've never even seen it. You know, my mother gave me this record. That was just before my father left us. Only because of the record. I'm sure it didn't help much. Look, I know it's not a perfect show. The spit take scene is lame, and the donkey motif is labored. But none of that matters. Because it does what a musical is supposed to do. It takes you to another world. Gives you a little tune to carry with you in your head. A little something to help you escape the dreary horrors of the real world. A little something for, well, for when you're feeling blue. You know? As we stumble along, journey. As we stumble along into the blue. We look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what
I'm
to
an
do.
accident waiting to happen.
Still we rumble our way
I wanna sing to
through life's crazy labyrinth.